February 9th, 2015. We're in Cuba, New Mexico, interviewing Monica Estrada in reference to a Bigfoot sighting that occurred December 15th, 2014, approximately 2.5 months ago. Monica, can you give us details, tell us your name, and give us details of the occurrence that night?
My name is Monica Estrada. I live here in Cuba, New Mexico. The night that this took place, I was working at Giant here in Cuba. I had customers come in stating that there was something laying on the side of the road about, I say about 15 miles out of Cuba on 550, heading south. And that night it was snowing. I say about 1 inch of snow. So with that being done, normally you call the cops and so forth to see what's going on. Another gentleman came in about 10 minutes later, said he seen something walking on the side of the road that was very big. So I reported it to the state police in regards to what was going on, to check on what was happening down there. The customers that came in, they said this thing was huge. The first one, when it was laying down on the road, it was just laying there, it's huge. The next person who came in said it was walking but very slow and very big. It was white and black. Basically that's all I could tell you, and it was a snowy night.
Monica, did you know any of these people that had come into the store?
No, I didn't.
And did you know me?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Is there any other details you can give us about this? Have you ever seen a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot?
No.
Hi, the lady you just viewed is Monica Estrada. She's one of the witnesses to the Sasquatch sighting on December 15th, 2014. I am Godwin. I'm with Crypto Four Corners, and here's the rest of the story. On that date, I was coming back from Albuquerque after taking my family to see a concert in Albuquerque. At about mile marker 53, or in between 53 and 54, I was driving at about 65 miles an hour. During that time, where my headlights had just started to get dark ahead of me, I saw something move, and it was white in color along the side of the road. As a result, I thought it was a deer, so I slowed way down. I slowed down to about 30-35 miles an hour, but as this entity came towards me and I approached it, I could tell it was on 2 feet. What was strange about it is it was white from the waist up. However, it had big, huge arms, big legs, and a short, squatty head. And just as my car approached it, and just as it started to pass, the thing turned and looked at me. It was the ugliest thing I ever saw. However, if I was to estimate how big this thing was, it was well over 7 feet tall, and probably in the neighborhood of 800-900 pounds. We went on into Cuba, and I stopped at the Giant convenience store. Inside was 3 workers, one of which was Monica. Monica had asked me as I came into the store if my car showed the temperature outside, and I told her yes it did. It was 19 degrees outside. I said, well, what was funny about it, I said, back down the road here, there was a big, ugly guy walking down the road, and I mean, he was huge. You could have heard a pin drop. All 3 workers had stopped what they were doing, looked at each other and said, you know, you're the second or third person that has come in and said that. However, the other 2 people said he was laying beside the road. I said, well, no, this guy was absolutely walking beside the road, but he was walking all strange, back and forth, and not like a regular person would walk. As he passed me, he turned to look at me. He says, well, we called the state police, have them go down there and check it. Well, on February the 2nd, 2015, I had to go back down to Albuquerque. And as a result, I just happened to ask the lady clerk that was in the store at the time if anybody had mentioned this incident to her. Well, as it turned out, that was Monica, the same gal that had been in there the night I had come in the store. I didn't remember what Monica looked like. And she told me, she said, oh yeah, I remember you. And as a result, there was 2 or 3 other people that come in after you come in and had gave them the same story. Well, I asked her if the state police had ever got back with them. She said no, they hadn't. I also then asked her if she would mind doing an interview on a video interview with us for Crypto Four Corners, and she said she would. I really don't know what it is. I'm baffled by why it was white from the waist up. However, in talking to J.C. Johnson, the CEO for Crypto Four Corners, he has suggested that maybe it wasn't a Sasquatch, that instead it was a skinwalker. Now, I'm not really knowledgeable in the area of skinwalkers. However, he may be right, but it didn't look like a hide or something draped over him. It looked more like his hair was white from the waist up. For more information on skinwalkers, you can go to Crypto Four Corners on YouTube and watch several videos on it. Furthermore, if you need to contact us for anything in the future, maybe you have a story, why don't you get in touch with us on Facebook at Crypto Four Corners.